Hi, my name is Caleb Mofte. This is for my final project for CS3020 at Uccs. For my final project, I decided to code chess using WinForms to handle a GUI and whatnot. So pulling up a text file, just to give a basic idea of what I was going for, aesthetics ideally. This is in case audio doesn't work. So let's get this executable up and start actually seeing the program. Excuse me. So there's three main components and a pretty background. First one being a prompt to let people know whose turn it is, if there are certain things that can't be done, also if movements were canceled. Graveyard over here basically is to let you know that, hey, if I took a piece, you can check which pieces have been taken. So there's a way to kind of keep track and keep score if you were to do so. So in this case, note one of the bigger pieces of this is the fact that each of these pieces, if it has an eligible movement, it's highlighted that blue. And it goes down here as well. Since it's maroon player's turn, though, if I try to click the yellow, it rejects it, doesn't let you do it. So it's just more of, hey, here are pieces that you can do. So to continue gameplay, let's move the pawn. One of these will work. So let's move it there. Cool. Piece has been moved. Now it's the yellow player's turn. Say if I wanted to move the pawn again. It's not maroon player's turn, therefore can't make a move. So it's still yellow's turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this pawn right here. Cool. Both pieces are able to move their respective ways. We can see that they're able to go. So now I'm going to move another piece. Let's get this queen moving. Cool. And I'm going to move this pawn right here. So note, you've been seeing kind of a green flash coming up more so. That is a way to highlight the board in which to let the player know that if it's blue, it's movement. If it's green, that's a piece you can take. The green will always be an opposing player's piece. So in this case, I can move the queen in any of the blue, or I could take the pawn. And if I choose to take the pawn, yellow player's turn is notified, but also the pawn is added to the graveyard of the yellow player. So now people can keep track of what's been lost and whatnot. So now we're going to showcase some of the, other pieces of movements. I'm going to take this bishop and I'm going to move it right here. Cool. I'm also going to take this knight and I'm going to move it here. Make sure that the bishop can't take the king. So now bishop can move right here, take the knight, and now the knight has been added to the lost pile for maroon. All right. So I want to get the rook out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the pawn down here. And now, being the yellow player's turn, I'm going to move this knight. So now we're going to move the rook here. And the knight, we can see that actually would have more pieces here, here, and here. But because those are the only spaces open, those are the ones that go. So I'm going to be a bad player and not take the opposing player's queen. Instead, I'm going to move the pawn, and then I'm going to get this rook, and I'm going to take the bishop. It's a rigged game. I made it. I can do it. Now, kind of showing the last pieces, I could take any of these three. Now I'm going to be a smart player, and I'm actually going to take the king. Maroon player wins, and the board is turned off. People can then go here. If enough pieces were accumulated, you could actually scroll right this way and then see the list that's grown. If I had more time, I'd implement a check and a checkmate feature. However, it just makes more sense that the game is done when somebody loses their king. That's the tried and true way of knowing when the game finishes. And so I stuck with that to be the in-game scenario. Yeah, but that wraps up the project. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a great summer. Thanks for watching.